hope you are doing well, and I thought I would do a little something extra. If you saw the first video for Baldur's Gate, you will already have an idea of the sort of introduction, the sort of style that I'll do for the game. It'll essentially be a little bit of a mix between some of my reactions I have while I'm playing, but most of it will be in a storyteller form. I thought as a little extra thing, I would show my character creation process for the character I'll be playing in the game. It's just a little extra thing for what I want to do. Now, I want to play a Dark Urge character. According to this, it says you remember nothing but a path paved with blood. Unimaginable cruelty whispers to you from within. Can you escape it? Would you even want to? And it says my appearance and class can be fully customized, which is great because as cool as Dragonborn are, I kind of want to play something that's not a Dragonborn. I want to play something that, I don't know, I feel like the Dark Urge could be anything, not just Dragon. Also, I want to see the introduction. You know, I haven't actually seen all the introductions for the characters. Let's do that. Let's listen to their introductions. If you haven't done it already, they're pretty cool.
Hello, darling. Don't be shy. I promise not to bite until we've been formally introduced. My name's Astarion, and I've spent a century stalking the night, hunting for pretty morsels just like you. A man called Cazador made me what I am, kept me like a pet, forced me to do his bidding. No more. The Tadpole's influence broke his dominance over me, and now I can finally pursue the one thing I've hungered for these long, dark years. Revenge. I'm going back to Baldur's Gate to track Cazador down in his lair. I'll be the last thing the bastard ever sees.
Now, an interesting thing about these introductions and the character creation process is that supposedly when you hear that "who are you?" or the thing that it says at the beginning, that's the tadpole. That voice at the beginning of the character creation process is supposed to be the tadpole trying to figure out whose brain it's wiggled its way into. And each of these little introductions, I believe, is sort of that psychic link between you and the others who have been invaded with the tadpole. So in a sense, every time you're playing their introduction, you're also hearing a little bit about them through that tadpole link. And I think that's pretty cool.
Since I was born in the cold reaches of world space, I have known but one purpose: to wield a silver sword and ride a red dragon in service of my regent, the Githyanki Queen Vlaakith. My first step on this path is to slay a mind flayer and bring its head to my queen. There is no flesh I will not carve, and no barrier I will not shatter to see it done. I am the one who sunders. I am the Undying Queen's most unshakable warrior. I am Lae'zel of Kalir.
You can sort of see it with each of the characters too. As you play the introduction, see them shaking their head like they're coming out of a fog of some sort. And at the end too, after they've said their piece, after they've declared who they are and what their goals are, same thing, as they return to that brain fog that they're kept in, whether it's from being in the pods that are holding everyone, or whether it's just, the brain worm trying to take control, trying to keep them passive and agreeable. And I think that's a neat little detail.
Well met, stranger. You find yourself in the presence of the renowned wizarding prodigy, Gale of Waterdeep. Please, no need to be intimidated. My virtuosic talents once caught the eye of the goddess of magic herself, Mystra, who named me her chosen, and her lover. Thanks to a slight miscalculation on my part, that relationship eventually soured, as did the greatest of my powers. Now I'm merely a humble wizard on the road to redemption. Unless I can find the path to something greater.
Those interesting little tidbits of the characters before you actually meet them. Now, I believe Gale isn't the most popular of the companions, mostly because he is very full of himself and likes to talk quite a bit. He is very much a fan of his own voice. But honestly, all the characters have their own charm of sorts once you get to know them a little more. And I think that's part of the fun of it.
My name is Shadowheart, loyal servant of Shar, goddess of darkness and loss. There is little more I can tell you than that. My Lady Shar tasked me with a mission of such secrecy that I surrendered great swathes of my memory in order to safeguard the knowledge of it. All I know is that I must bring the artifact I hold to Baldur's Gate, and that nothing can stand in my way. My goddess is watching.
Well, there she is. God's favorite princess, as she's come to be known. And here's the knight in shining armor himself. The most princely type of all the companions. Will is fun. He's an interesting personality. He very much has those big brother vibes.
"7 years ago, I was exiled from Baldur's Gate, the city I call home. My name is Will, but the people of the Sword Coast call me the Blade of Frontiers, champion of the meek, defender of the innocent. The truth isn't quite so simple, but they're right about one thing. I hunt monsters, and I always catch my prey. My latest target is a devil, and I'm right on her tail. Once I'm through with her, she'll never escape the fires of the first hell."
It's definitely interesting. You get just enough information to sort of suspect some of the little secrets that the characters are containing. Astarion is probably the least secretive of all of them, which makes sense. It really does. You kinda know what he is from the beginning. It's fun. But everyone else, the little tidbits they're keeping back, I'm not sure about Lae'zel, actually. I feel like Lae'zel is pretty straightforward. I don't remember her having any secrets. But I might have... There were some things that happened in my first playthrough that may have prevented me from learning more. But yeah, everyone else has a secret. Shadowheart has some secrets that are so secret she doesn't even know that she has those secrets. You know, because of the memory thing. It's fun. It really is. Alright, we got 2 more. Karlach. There's my girl. She is so much fun. I love this character.
"10 years ago, I was sold to the Archdevil Zariel. She put a Hellfire engine in my chest and made me her prize soldier. But I've escaped now. Thank you, Mind Flayers. And I've got a few scores to settle. If this engine doesn't burn me to ash first, I'll need people I can trust. An infernal mechanic, and a serious amount of luck. But you know what? I'm not worried. After 10 years in the Hells, I can take on anything. I've got my chance at freedom, and believe me, I'm going home."
Yeah, Karlach doesn't really have any secrets either, does she? Like, Astarion has a secret, Will has a secret, Gale has a secret, Shadowheart has a secret, Dark Urge has a secret. But Lae'zel and Karlach are pretty straightforward characters. Now maybe it's just, been a while since I played the beginning of the game, and maybe I've just completely forgotten whatever little secrets they were holding back. But I'm pretty sure neither of them really have any secrets. Alright, last one. Dark Urge. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can alter it. Can I? Hold on. Okay, it just automatically chooses. And then Dark Urge. Okay, good. You can change that. Excellent.
My rancid blood whispers to me, kill, kill, and kill again. My ruined body yearns to reap death in this world. And when this foul urge calls, it possesses my whole being. Injured beyond repair. I know nothing besides this. I must resist the dark urge, lest it consume my mind. I must discover who I was and what happened to me before my twitching knife hand writes a tragedy in blood.
Neat. Alright, so there are 2 things I want with this character. One of them is Dark Urge, and that is because you get unique dialogue and essentially a whole other unique story if you play as the Dark Urge. And I really want to know what that is. The other thing is I want to play a chaotic character, because chaotic characters are fun and you get into all sorts of interesting shenanigans and unexpected circumstances when you play chaotic. And I really want that. Oh, they already put them at sorcerer, storm sorcery. We'll see about that. So what's this, body type? Ah. Well, we'll be messing with all of that. Alright, let's see. We'll take a quick look at there's standard elf, tiefling. I'm leaning a little bit towards tiefling, mostly because I like the idea of having a tail. Drow. We're not going to do human or get the Yankee. Dwarf. Maybe in a different run through. I do think it'd be fun to play as a dwarf at some point. Half-elf is kind of my go-to. I like half-elves. They're fun. And I think a lot of people really love half-elf because it's very relatable. Being in a situation where it's like you don't really feel like you fit anywhere specifically. And a lot of people can relate to that feeling out of place kind of thing that just comes with being a half-elf. You get that with other things too. Tieflings get that out of place, but with a worse rap. Dragonborns will get that being out of place. Half-orcs also get that sort of being out of place, but again with a worse rap. There's halflings. Interesting. Gnome, also interesting. Playing a gnome might also be fun at some point. I think I will eventually do a run as a Dragonborn, but not this time. And I mostly don't want to do it this time just because, again, Dragonborn is kind of the default for Dark Urge. And I want to do something a little different. Let's see, half-orc. Orcs are kind of cool. I kind of like orcs. I might play an orc at a different time, but... Okay, you know what? I did half-elf last time. I'll do tiefling this time. Let's see, it says, descended from devils of the 9 hells. Tieflings face constant suspicion in Faerun. Thankfully, their arcane abilities make them natural survivors. What do we have here? We have move 9 meters per turn. Dark vision up to 12 meters, nice. And hellish resistance. You have resistance to fire damage, taking only half damage from it. Excellent. Alright. What shall I look like? Alright, body types. We have... Alright. More petite female. Smaller male. Larger, more fit female. And larger male. I always like this one best. Going for non-binary. Oh yeah, the voices.
Where to next?
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
I kind of like voice 8. What about this?
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
No.
It's opened. I wonder what's back there.
More of those wretched things.
I don't mind that.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
Where to next? What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
It's opened. More of those wretched things.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed. Where to next?
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Be wary. This place is trapped. It's opened.
More of those wretched things.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed.
Where to next? What was that? Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Health.
Be wary. It's opened. More of those wretched things. There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can...
Where to next?
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
No, I don't mind that one.
Be wary. This place is trapped. It's opened. I wonder what's back there.
Yeah, I like that one. No. No. Maybe. No. No. Maybe. Let's see. I think I like this one best. Alright, skin tones. Are there no blues? Oh, I would have loved to make all skin colors. Yes. Oh, heck yeah. Ooh. This one doesn't look very blue. It's like it has blue tint, but it's not really blue. I like this one. This one actually looks proper blue. Darker blue, lighter blue, more lighter blue. It's a very pale blue, isn't it? This is probably the closest. I do like the details of the pink there that makes it look purple, because it suggests they still have red blood. If they want to look true blue, then they'd either have to have no blood, or the blood would have to be white or some other dark color, or blue. But if they have red blood, then it makes sense that you get these pink and purplish tones. I think I like this one best. I'm so glad they had more colors. The default colors were kind of boring. Alright, scars. Gotta have scars. Basic. Also basic. 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 I think this was like the first one, or was it this one? Oh, that's interesting. What's this? Oh, that's like a burn mark. That's cool. Yeah, let's go with a burn mark. Alright, maturity. Let's see, young versus old. Old doesn't look that old. How old is old supposed to be? Like 40s, 50s? They don't look that old. I don't know. I'll put them like I don't think this is the number of years. They're definitely not 0 here. I think it's just additional years or something, or just a 0 to 100 scale. Okay, there's like a ton of wrinkles there. Few wrinkles. No wrinkles. You know, just like a little bit of maturity. Just a little bit. Not a lot, just a touch to show that they've, you know, experienced life. Ooh, freckles. Okay, we'll turn this up first. Should I give them freckles? Oh, I like freckles. Look, the freckles are blue. I like that. I like that the freckles are blue. I don't like when they're full intensity though, because it looks like paint. And this is too faint. So maybe just like, oh, that still looks like paint. Okay, just like a little light splattering of freckles. Alright. Next one, the body art. Ooh. Should we do tattoos? Oh, that's kind of neat. I don't want to do too much. I want to do just like a little thing. Just a little subtle thing. What do we have here? Is that a rose on the neck? You can barely see it. I don't even know what that is. I can barely see that. Sword thing. The little speckles. It kind of overdoes the freckles though. That's interesting. Ew. No. Also interesting. Ooh, it kind of goes with like the whole dark urge thing. You know, some darkness coming from within you. It kind of adds to that. Okay, that's mask. Other mask. Interesting. No. No. Ew. Right, I forgot I didn't like that one. This is just a lot. This is kind of cool though. Okay, are there any others that do a similar thing? Little bit. I like the asymmetry though. I like that. Here we go, the asymmetrical. Like that. Apparently it goes under the hair. That's what it looks like. Alright, so what color shall we make it? That's too much. No. No. Put something pale red. Ooh. What about the purples? Let's see, there's the darker blue. There's blue there. You make it subtle. I think this works best, just with the skin tone and all. Piercing style. Fasten stars. Lapis stud muffin. That's funny. Ooh, subduer loops. Oh, those are kind of everywhere. Huh. Midnight tears. Interesting. Very goth. These are neat. white, but I'm not sure red goes with the skin tone. Same here. Cute, subtle, doesn't go with the skin tone. They're very snake-like, which makes sense. They're called, what's that? Shulton Serpent? Got some interesting dagger earrings, but they still have the red. I wish you could change the color of the gems. What if you could choose the color of the gems, you know? Make them black, green, white, or whatever you want. Ooh, Barovia fangs. Interesting. Okay. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling it. Minotaur ring, no. What's this? Easy breezy? Oh, it's a tiny skull. Teeny tiny little skull. Archfey swirls. Oh, these are cool. I don't think they fit the vibe I'm going for, though. I want this character to be... I mean, it's supposed to be a tragic, traumatic character, you know? And I want them to be specifically, you know, going back and forth between that line of being absolutely terrified that they're going to hurt someone, especially being terrified that they'll hurt someone they've come to care about, while also, you know, being fully willing to hurt people they see as a threat, but also not wanting to be alone. Like, this... I believe this character is very much someone who wants connections, especially because they don't have their memories. And they're feeling alone and scared and confused, and having connections, having people that they can trust makes them feel safe, makes them feel like they belong. At the same time being terrified to really make those connections because they don't even know when they're going to eventually betray the people they've come to care about. So yeah. Also, I just noticed another neat thing about the tattoo here. It partially covers the worst of the burn. Not completely, you can still see it. But it does sort of cover up and detract from the worst of the burn across their face. So I think that's pretty cool. Commoner ring. Oh, there it is. Okay. I didn't see it for a moment. Bard rings. That's a lot of rings. It does look good though. And none. Okay, I am feeling the Barovia fangs. I think those work with this character. I haven't fully figured them out yet, but I think that works. Alright, eyes. Ooh, we can do heterochromia. Neat. Do I want to do that? I might want to do that. All eye colors. Okay. Red. Ooh, black. White. Ooh, I do like the grays. Oh, that's boring. Turn it back to the... Okay. How come some of them have that boring normal back color? What about the greens? Green goes well with blue. Oh, here's like bright blue. I don't think that fits the character though. No. What do we have here? Browns. Oh, that looks... Ooh, no. That... Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Ooh, purple. Purple eyes? Ooh. especially like this purple. Where's this? I like this purple. Look how intense that is. Purple eyes. Okay, and let's do... Okay, what if the eye the tattoo is coming out of? It's the left eye, right? What if it's red? Ooh. Darker red. Oh no. Oh, that looks awful. Okay, that's a little better. Bright red. Darker red. Very dark red. Let's make it this. This looks good. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the red and purple. What if it was black instead? Just black or white. I guess it could be green. Ew, no. Ooh, no. I like the... Ooh, let's reverse it, actually. Let's make this one the purple one. And we'll make this one gray. No, I think it was better the other way. There we go. Now that looks cool. That works. I was gonna do red because, like, it feels like it would fit Dark Urge. But I feel like this fits better. Alright, makeup. Do they wear makeup? If so, what kind? No. 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 Maybe like a little bit? No. Maybe. No. Also maybe. No. No. There we go. Just a little bit. Lip tint. Ooh, I can choose the color of the makeup. We'll keep it simple. We'll keep it black. Black just always works. Alright, lip tint. Tint intense. Oh no. No. Metallic. Glossy. Ew. No. No. Well, maybe a little. No. Maybe just no. Okay. Oh no. Like a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Alright, hair. So many hair options. Okay, curls. Curls are fun. No. Cute. No. Nope. Nope. There's so many of these. I'm trying to figure out what fits this character. The role I'm playing with them. Are they a will shave part of their head kind of character? Maybe. Are they more of a... No, I don't think they're a long flowing locks kind. Not unless it's tied back. No, I don't think they're a fluffy ponytail. It looks good, but I don't think they're a fluffy ponytail. Or high ponytail. They might be braids, but I don't think those kinds of braids. No. Oh, absolutely not. No. Oh. Oh, no. No, no, no. Oh, that. Oh, my. No. 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 Oh, dear. No. That's surprisingly similar to my real life hair. Even with all the curls and stuff, that's surprisingly similar. The color's not the right color. Actually, let's change it to... Yeah, like that. Highlights? Ooh. That's... Okay. Shiny. Purple in there. Ooh. Neat. Just a little bit. I like that. Ooh, I might actually really like this haircut on me. It kind of works, but this character isn't supposed to be me. It's supposed to be someone else. So I'm not sure we found them yet. Let's see. Okay, we have some fun ones. Curly, that's cute. Oh, that's also really cute. Surprisingly nice. I don't think it's the character, though. That's a little too well kept. Okay, interesting, but no. They're supposed to be a chaotic character, so I feel like they need at least a somewhat chaotic hairstyle. No. No. Oh no. Some of these are... Oh my. This is interesting. I like the little ponytail. This makes them look a little rugged, honestly. Like they just, it makes them look a little unkept. Like they haven't had time to properly take care of themselves. Like it makes it look like they haven't had a proper haircut in a while and they've just resorted to tying it back to get it out of the way. Which honestly might fit the character. I might be feeling that. What is that? Sorcha curls. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna look at a few more, but that might be the look. No. No, I don't want anything that looks too well kept. No. 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 Oh dear. Okay, that one's also very pulled back. I don't like how it plays with the horns, though. Okay, cute. But no, I don't think it fits the character. We will find it eventually. Oh, we were just here. Okay. Nope. No. 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 Okay, these ones all look too well kept. Like, this looks like a fresh haircut. That's not what we're going for. Even that, look, it's properly braided. No, this... I want this character to look like they're going through it. Where's the... I think it was this one. Yeah, this. This, I think this is the character. Like, someone who looks like they're barely keeping it together. They are trying, and they're barely making it work. Ooh, would they have grays? Blue grays? That doesn't seem right. I like some... Would they have gray? How long have they been? Let's see. Okay, a little bit of grays. Like, that might be too much. Let's not do that. Let's not do any grays. No grays. Alright. Facial hair. Would they have facial hair? That is a good question. If they're going through it, if they grow facial hair, they probably have not been able to upkeep it. So there'd be at least... no. 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 I don't think any of these fit. Honestly, it doesn't look that good either. The full beards are the only ones that look good, but I don't think this character is someone who has been properly taking care of a full beard. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna say they don't have facial hair, because the bare minimum facial hair just doesn't really work. Alright, and horns. Ooh, get options. Okay, so this is like the broken horns. Big twisty ones. Little twisty ones. Very twisty ones. Oh, look, there's like gold on them. Neat. Okay, short little ones. I feel like little ones work. Ooh, off to the side. Those are cute. I don't think they're a big horn person. I feel like they're a little horn person. No, kind of bumpy. No. Ram type. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, little ones. Those are kind of cute. Ooh, maybe. They're a little bigger than I would have thought. What's that? I like that these have the little bit of gold. Partly because it suggests that they have been... Like, it suggests something about their past. I don't know what, but it gives that suggestion. Alright, colors. Ooh. Let's see. I like that. I like the dark. It's very... no. Darker looks better. Purple. Interesting, but no. What about other shades of gray? Ash and all that. Yeah, this one's the best, okay? And then the horn tip. Red. Where's the purple? I think blue. Yeah, blue. Maybe white. Little bit of gray. Even. Yeah, the blue works best. It really does. Alright. I think that's everything. Okay, proceed. Oh, right. I still need to... Okay, we did the appearance. I'm gonna do sub-race. Ooh, what's this? Osmodius Tiefling. Bound to Nessus, the deepest layer of the Hells, these Tieflings inherited the ability to wield fire and darkness from the Archdevil Osmodius in his infernal blood. Okay, so fire and darkness, then Mephistopheles. Do we interact with all of these at some point? I think Zariel is the one related to Karlach. And I think Mephistopheles comes into play at some point. I don't remember Osmodius. Let's see. Descended from the archdevil Mephistopheles, these tieflings are gifted with a particular affinity for arcane magic. Ooh, interesting. That might be what we go for. Oh, it changed the appearance. No. I'm gonna have to do that all over again. I should have saved the appearance for last. Crud. That's okay, we can speed through it. I did it once, we can do it again. Zariel Tiefling. What is this? Oh, that's the... Okay, that goes right back to the appearance I had before. Keep. So, Arcane versus Martial Strength can channel Searing Flame to punish their enemies. I'm gonna go with Mephistopheles, because I do want to play a sorcerer. Let me do Wild Sorcerer. That's what I really want, because when I think of the most chaotic type of sorcerer, it is a Wild Sorcerer. This is Storm Sorcery. Do I not get a choice in that? Ooh, there it is. Okay, I do get a choice. I do. Okay, Sorcerer. Cantrips. These are selected. We're just gonna replace those with something else. Ooh, Firebolt. Ooh, I love Shocking Grasp. Shocking Grasp is so much fun. What else do we have? Burst Sinew. Interesting. Explode a corpse? Oh. I feel like I'd use that somewhere. Also, that sounds very Dark Urge. Doesn't exploding a corpse sound very Dark Urge? Oh, we gotta pick that one. What's this? Friends. Dancing Lights. Would this be useful? Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. You could just carry a torch. Booming Blade. Ooh. Cool. Okay. But am I someone who would be getting that close to begin with? Say 1 to 8 thunder damage versus 1 to 8 for Shocking Grasp. Blade Ward. Take only half damage from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Maybe. But it's only for 2 turns. Okay. Gotta have Firebolt, because setting things on fire is very important. Light. That might be useful. Minor Illusion. Ooh. Yes. We'll do minor illusion. And shocking grasp. Alright, then spells. What do we have here? Chromatic orb. And magic missile. Okay, we'll keep magic missile. Let's see, color spray, disguise self. Maybe. Witch bolt, that is pretty good. Thunder wave. Fog cloud. Ice knife. Enhanced leap, maybe. Rage armor, ray of sickness. Shield. Shield is actually super useful. Okay, let's take shield. Let's see, sleep, featherfall, false life, expeditious retreat. It is the spell of running away. Color spray. Blind creatures up to a combined 33 points. Charm person and burning hands. But if I'm playing a sorcerer, I'm going to be a little squishy. So I probably shouldn't actually get that close to things if I can. Subclass. Ooh. That's the good one. Okay. Draconic bloodline. Your veins carry draconic magic. Shadow magic. Interesting. You siphon your powers from the Shadowfell itself. The light in your soul snuffed out by an unsettling darkness. Interesting. Storm sorcery. Whether crackling with the energy of ancient deluges. I don't know, I'm probably pronouncing that word wrong. Whether crackling with the energy of ancient deluges, or pierced by gales and hurricanes, your lineage is a strange tapestry scrawled by a tempest. And wild magic, the fun, most chaotic of all the magics. Your powers come from ancient forces of chaos. They churn within you, waiting to burst free at any time. This is the fun one. If you're going to be playing a chaotic character, this is the fun one. Ooh, Tides of Chaos. Activate to gain advantage on your next ability check. Increase chance of wild magic surge afterwards. Wild magic stems from the forces of chaos. It churns within the sorcerers that wield it, waiting to burst free. How fun. Background. And, okay, we don't get to choose a background. We automatically have Haunted One. A wicked moment, person, or thing that cannot be slain by sword or spell haunts your mind and flickers in your peripheral vision. You carry it wherever your adventure takes you, or perhaps it carries you. And I have skills in medicine and intimidation. Okay. Alright, I can work with that. Alright, abilities. Here we go. Alright, so charisma is our best stat. We want to have a lot of that. Constitution. Maybe, but let's boost dexterity. Because a 15 constitution isn't actually going to help any more than a 14. But a 14 dex over a 13 dex will actually make somewhat of a difference. Alright, skill proficiencies. Can I change anything? We'll keep Arcana, that's important. Religion, insight, deception, and persuasion. No, Arcana and persuasion seem pretty important. I will keep those. Alright, now we gotta fix the appearance, because this is not what I want. I think I want like this one. Why does this one look no, this is the one I wanted. All right. Is it at least the color I wanted? There we go. That's the color I wanted. All right, and we give it burn scar. Little bit of a maturity. Little bit, not a lot. I think it was around like here. Freckle, all the freckles with not a lot of intensity, just, you know, a little bit of freckle intensity. And the body art, we wanted this one in some shade of blue. I think it was this one. Like a little bit muted, not a lot. And the piercings, we wanted Barovia fangs. Eyes, it was one purple and one gray. Makeup, a little bit of shadow, and I did put a little bit of lip tint. Not a lot, just a little. I'm kind of liking these horns now. I might change that. Then we gotta find the messy ponytail. It's somewhere down here. Is it this one? There it is, the messy ponytail. Love it. Alright, then we have blue and more blue. Not quite that intense. There we go. No gray. No facial hair. And I did like, ooh, those are kind of nice. I did these, the little horns with the bits of gold on them. In that for the lower part, and this for the upper part. There we go. Alright, and their name is not the Dark Urge. Their name, I wanted to call them Nyx. Full name Nyx Cairn. Spelled something like that. But I think we're just going to shorten it to Nyx. Now, this isn't the most unique name, I will admit that. Nyx is not the most unique name. But I do think it fits them. Wow, that is a long tail. I did not realize how long that tail is. Wow. I want to make the hair darker. I kind of want to make the hair darker. Okay, this one's Black Raven. And blue. Like just more subtle blue. Maybe. wish there was... I want it to look gray. And, okay, well... Okay, what if I just made this black? No. That's not quite right. No, it just makes it look gray. It just makes it look like it has gray or something in there. No, that just makes it look glowing. These look like shades of gray. Yeah, no, the original one was the best one. Alright. Does their skin look a little too purple, maybe? Azure tone 2. Is there a more blue? Oh, right. These didn't work because they look too normal colored. Azure, Storm. No. Maybe. A touch lighter, I think. There we go.
You need a guardian.
Choose one. I forgot about this. I forgot. Okay, that. What shall I make them? Am I feeling orc? Might be feeling drow. Or elf. Or half-elf. I'm not feeling that hair. Let's see. Wood elf. High elf. Drow. Maybe? Not sure I'm feeling elf. Any kind of elf. Maybe another tiefling? Or half-orc. Half-orc might be the way to go.
Remarkable.
Good luck.
Alright. Let's see what we got here. Should they be a dwarf, maybe? I don't know, maybe I'll make them an elf after all. Wood elf. High elf. Wood elf. Wood elf seems good. Tall wood elf. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Alright. We have... what kind of facial structure would you favor? Interesting. Interesting. Maybe. Maybe. I'm kind of feeling this one. This one has vibes. Alright. Wood tone. Ooh. Okay, I'm going with the blue tones, but... greens. Ooh, minty! They can be minty colored. Some lovely oranges. Oh, that's kind of pink. Some yellows, some reds, some purples. Oh wow, those are very purple. The orchid tones are nice. What these ones? Ooh, these are nice too. The greens, the browns, and the grays. Ooh, these are nice. Oh, that's a nice shade. Ooh. Oh, that's a nice shade. I like that. Alright. Would they have a scar? Probably. I feel like a guardian would have a scar, right? Because they're a protector. Yeah, something like that. Proper guardian. Body art. Would they have body art? Oh no. Oh my. Maybe a bit much. Oh, that's cool. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, what fun color? Let's see. Okay, maybe a little too intense. Oh, the gold looks pretty on them. That though, a lovely, like, golden color. Oh, that looks nice. Let's see, what about the others? Pinks, white. The white was turned down in intensity a bit. Oh, that also looks cool. Look how cool that looks. Oh, there's different types of white too. Ooh, that one's nice. Pinkish white, minty whites, bluish white. The purple white clearly looks best. That's odd. Okay, let's see. I think... that looks amazing. Oh, piercings. I can give them piercings. What kind of piercing? Are they a piercings person? Maybe they're not a piercings person. I'm not getting piercings vibes from them. Eyes. What kind of eyes would they have? Ooh, icy blue. Oh, some of these are absolutely lovely. Oh, that is a look. Oh, that's neat with the purple and the blue. Okay. Oh, that looks so nice though. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, they don't have any piercing blue with the white sclera. It's like all the good ones are on the black background. Oh wait, here's some okay options. They're not the best, but they are options. Okay, I think this one looks best. Out of all the options, this one absolutely looks best. Look at her, she's gorgeous. Okay, makeup. Does she? That feels like too much. I feel like the makeup with the tattoos is a bit much. Maybe just a little bit. No. Maybe she's the type that just has a little for accent. Yeah, like that. Just a little bit to bring it out a bit. Would she do lip tint? What kind of lip tint? We have blue. No. No. I feel like the natural just looks better. I'll just do like there we go, a little pop of color, not a lot. It's like a little bit. All right, and now we gotta choose the hair. I almost forgot about there. This actually looks good hair-wise. Like, look at her. It looks like serious guardian type. Whoops. Okay, what other? Well, I've lost whichever hairstyle she had before. Okay, what other serious guardian type hair type styles? No. Maybe. You a ponytail girl? That looks a little messy. You look like someone who's put together. Basically the opposite of my character. The opposite of Nyx. Nyx is falling apart. Nyx is barely holding on, and sanity is questionable at times. I feel like the Guardian should be the opposite of that. You know, someone who has things together and knows what's up. Someone who has a plan and will enact it. Oh, that's kind of nice. Let's change up the color first, though. Let's see. Is purple too much? Black, maybe. The blue. Ooh. The raven blue. The raven black looks nice. Okay, that's definitely the color. I am feeling this, like, coiffed meat kind of style. Let's see what else. No. I'm leaning towards this one. Okay, I know there are others there. Absolutely not. Heck. This works. Okay, let's look at a few others. What's this? Savant? Oh, that also works. This one. Ooh. Oh, that one's actually... That one's nice. That one is nice. Ooh. Okay, so, because this one looks very office. This one looks professional, serious office. And which one was it? This? I think it was that one. Yeah. This one, it's like serious, but still knows how to have fun. That's what this looks like. Okay, any others that have potential, maybe. They're cute, but I'm not feeling it. Like this. Yeah, this is the vibe. This is absolutely the vibe. All right. That's it for character creation. I guess now it's time to play the game, which will of course be the next video. All right then.